Do you feel depressed?
Since the ducks left.
Like, I haven't seen far enough. I'm like, oh, he's so soft.
Sync. After everything. After all of this.
When you said after everything, I was like, are we watching after everything?
Is that in the After series?
Yeah, I think it's like the third one or the fourth one. I don't know how many there
There's
are.
4 After. How many? Isn't this like a Harry Styles fan fiction?
Mm-hmm.
How long? I saw the first. Anyway, this isn't about After. This is The Sopranos. Woke up this morning, get yourself a gun. So I was like, are we going to watch a Sopranos reaction or a Christopher Nolan movie reaction?
I did think we were watching Inception today. I was like, why is this called Gabagoolin? Well, I won't say that.
I already know you watched
Yeah, but they don't know
some of
that.
this.
I've never seen this. I watched it like 2 years ago. I don't remember it at all. To be clear, I only watched like the first maybe season.
There's like a Nas song that samples this.
Been in this time behind enemy lines, so I got mine. I hope you got yourself a gun.
Got yourself a gun.
Mr. Soprano?
Yeah.
My lighting looks insane.
I'm gonna pause because I know the
Yeah.
comments are gonna scream.
Different.
Oh yeah, I gotta see her go back to the club shirt.
So go back to the club.
Oh yeah. Where the French is it?
Where the French? Oh yeah, this is it.
I'll have to frame it down so that you can. I'll like pull it back so you can get Adam Driver's face.
Have a seat. My understanding from Dr. Cusimano, your family physician, is that you collapsed. A panic attack?
They said it was a panic attack. They sent me here.
You don't agree that you had a panic attack? How are you feeling now? What line of work are you in?
Waste management consultant. Look, it's impossible for me to talk to a psychiatrist.
Any thoughts at all?
Is James Gandolfini still alive?
No.
Good to be in something from the ground floor. I came too late for that. Think about my father. I don't know. A couple months before all this, these 2 wild ducks landed in my pool. It was amazing. They're from Canada or someplace, and it was mating season.
Robe in the pool.
Crazy. Insane.
Insane.
This okay, you're doing too much.
What are you doing?
Happy birthday, handsome. Mwah. Male and female duck just made a home in your pool and did it.
Ew! Get out of here! So gross!
Him, with those ducks.
And listen, if you don't like that ramp, I'll build you another one. Maybe it's the wood.
Hey, kids, come here. Come here, they're trying to fly.
They showed us yesterday.
It's great.
My wife feels this friend is a bad influence.
So cool you're gonna be able to come to Aspen with my family at Christmas. Last year at Aspen, I saw Skeet Ulrich.
You keep your school grades up and you keep your curfew between now and Christmas.
Yeah, I'll get home early from work.
Not talking about work.
Haha.
This isn't gonna work. I can't talk about my personal life.
Finish telling me about the day you collapsed.
I drove to work with my nephew, Christopher. He's learning the business. Now, he's an example of what I was talking about before. Did you call, what's his name down at Triborough Towers about the Harlan contract?
I love that he's still reading about birds.
Yeah.
Did you get up early this morning and call?
I was nauseous this morning. My mother told me I shouldn't even come in today.
Bear in mind, this is a kid who just bought himself a $60,000 Lexus. My friend Mahaffey.
Hello.
We saw this guy, and there was this issue of an outstanding loan.
Can I stop you for a second? I don't know where this story is going, but there are a few ethical ground rules we should quickly get out of the way. What you tell me here falls under doctor-patient confidentiality. Except if I was here, let's say a murder was to take place. Not that I'm saying it would, but if. If a patient comes to me and tells me a story where someone's going to get hurt, I'm supposed to go to the authorities, technically. You said you were in waste management.
The environment.
Dr. Cusimano, besides being your family physician, is also your next-door neighbor. See what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with this fellow. I'm just saying.
Nothing. We had coffee.
Help! Tony!
Yo, the lights. I was gonna have to get that fixed. Oh.
You all right?
Bones coming through. Oh, you prick! Where's my money?
So you had coffee.
Right.
You son of a bitch, motherfucker! What are you doing? Get over here!
That's
Get over here!
$3,000.
In broad daylight?
Yeah.
Because you tell people I'm nothing compared to the people that used to run. I'm nothing. You crying about HMO? You're covered. Gambler. Next, they had a breakfast meeting. So they pay us 40 times a month for stealing a stop.
He says if he could tell the commie bosses back in Czechoslovakia to go f themselves, he could tell us.
Oh. Garbage business.
Yeah, I know. It's all changing.
This is what they do. They just sitting around.
Let me see what I can do.
Oh, you sure? You over your stomach ache? What are you doing here?
Hey, Gabriela sends me down here for the gabagool.
The gabagool.
Hey, T, let me ask you something. Yeah, I used to go to school with a guy named Artie Bucco.
Situation came up. It involves my uncle. I can't go into details on this one. My uncle adds to my general stress level.
That's the Bruce Springsteen's guitarist.
Uncle Junior, gonna whack Pussy Malanga.
It's so funny because my mom was watching a documentary about, had something to do with Bruce Springsteen, but this guy was being interviewed and I came down and I was like, who is that? I was like, I recognize him, but I don't know why. And she was like, he's Bruce Springsteen's guitar. I'm like, that's definitely not why I know him.
Don't move. Uncle John, how you doing?
Hey, I was just talking about you. It's Anthony Jr.'s birthday dinner tonight, right?
Yeah.
Rewatching this again, James Gandolfini, he's like such a leading man.
Uncle Junior's my father's brother. Good guy, just getting old. Used to take me to Yankee games when I was a kid. When I was young, he told my girl cousins I would never be a varsity athlete, and frankly, that was a tremendous blow to my self-esteem.
I remember hearing about this show when I was little, and I thought it was about a bunch of singers. I was like, is it like Glee? A more serious Glee?
Somebody called here last night after dark. You think I'd answer? It was dark out.
The phone is an auditory thing. Dark is an eye thing. I can understand not going out after dark. You get jumped in the shadows, whatever. But not answering the phone after dark?
Oh, listen to him. He knows everything.
Uncle June's gonna make a problem for Artie. Could affect his livelihood. Love music. All the old stuff's being reissued on CD. All your old favorites. Pajama Game, Connie Francis. Not a nursing home. How many times do I gotta say this? It's a retirement community.
I couldn't have my mom in a nursing home.
It's tough because, like, at a certain point, I feel like when they're, like, old and need help,
yeah,
you don't want them to just be holed up in their house all day, but also nursing homes are just, like, such bad news.
I could honestly see, like, if my parents got to, like, that point, like, especially my mom, I could see myself, like, putting my life on hold just to, like...
Yeah. It's gotta be good for them to, like, socialize with other seniors and stuff, but again, nursing home, not really the...
Run off!
Started crying and hung up.
She needs a purpose in life.
No, your mother is tougher than you think.
So what, no one's eating now?
Hey!
It's so interesting watching this from the beginning again. Like, every season, it gets so much darker.
So far, like, you could be lulled into believing this is like a sitcom. Like the quirky misadventures of a guy in the mob.
Yo, I'm a wacky guy. I'm passing out.
Passing out, he just likes his birds.
Mom, Daddy just fell!
Laughs. Uh-oh.
When you're in the MRI, there's a microphone by your head if you get claustrophobia and have to come out. Only we suggest that you don't do that because we only have to start over again from the beginning.
Oh, I hated this. I got multiple of these. This is the worst.
Yeah, this seems horrific.
You're just laying in a small tube for like 45 minutes. It's the worst. And if you move, they have to start all over again.
How the kids?
I told Anthony Jr. we'd rain check his birthday.
Think I got a brain tumor?
Well, we're gonna find out.
What a bedside manner. Very encouraging.
Now, what are you gonna not know?
Had some good times.
Here he goes now with the nostalgia.
Hey, all I'm saying is no marriage is perfect.
Well, having that Kumar on the side helps. What's different between you and me is you're going to hell when you die.
That's such a crazy thing to tell someone.
Yeah. The dynamic between the two of them.
Well, I mean, he's in the mafia. It's expected in this life.
She knows what she's in for.
It's honestly like a point in the series where, like, she would be okay with it if he was discreet about it.
But if we make any progress here tonight, I'll have to tell him.
No, he's only 5 years younger than James Gandolfini.
Chris?
Yes.
Jesus. He's playing someone a lot younger than he actually is.
For the visit?
Yeah.
Taste the wares, email.
Uh-oh.
Wasting the cocaine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Vesuvio is where he feels safe. Eating here all his life. You may run North Jersey, but you don't run your Uncle Junior. How many hours did I spend playing catch with you?
Tony watches Godfather 2 all the time. He says the camera work looks just as good as in the movie theater.
No, Gordon Willis. Tony prefers 2.
3 was like, what happened?
Real.
Somebody's jimmying a window.
Oh, no. Jeez, Louise.
It's Meadow.
Meadow? I notice the glass rattles every time I walk to the laundry room. Do we have any, what do you call it, putty?
Don't give me that. You snuck out! I'm a master of lying and conniving.
Yeah, I know I'm grounded, but Patrick's swim meet is tomorrow and he needed me.
Grounded for this? Oh, no, you're not grounded. You're not going to Aspen with Hunter's kangaroo.
Trying to control the punishment.
But this I'm telling you, it'll all blow over.
Didn't you admit to Dr. Cusimano that you were feeling depressed?
Melfi, what part of the boot you from, hun?
Dr. Melfi. My father's people were from Caserta.
Avellino. My mother would have loved it if you and I got together.
Suppose you were driving and you passed out.
Nowadays, everybody's got to go to shrinks and counselors and go on Sally, Jesse, Raphael and talk about their problems. Gary Cooper, the strong, silent type. That was an American. He wasn't in touch with his feelings. He just did what he had to do. Gary Cooper in touch with his feelings, that they wouldn't be able to shut him up. Then it's dysfunction this and dysfunction that and dysfunction my fungal. I had a semester and a half of college, so I understand Freud. I understand
a semester and a half of college.
He's just like you.
But I don't understand Freud.
Do you feel depressed? Do you feel depressed?
Since the Ducks left.
Like, I haven't seen far enough. I'm like, oh, he's so soft.
He's like a full, I wouldn't say like when he's like pretending. Like when he feels emotional about something, he does. He's just a deeply like evil person.
Yeah, I guess the whole point is that those like coexist, and that's what makes the show so good.
He's running down the garbage business.
I don't know what their plan was. They did not have enough leverage.
Yeah, they were going to go all the way
get
up.
him that high.
Is gonna find a kid dead.
Louis Brazzi sleeps with the fishes.
Louis Brazzi?
And we're kicking it off with sick cam with no setup. This is where I should be like, if you want to see me in HD and makeup, subscribe to my channel.
In my room at the sorority house. I hated it by that point. By like a couple weeks into living in the house, I was like, I want to drop this sorority. I was like, I have to live here for the whole year.
All
the
for
second
female friends?
Yeah. It depends on the school, it depends on the sorority, but the sorority at the school that I went to was not the place to go for good female friendships. They're very
I don't know,
not
can't you just go to
good.
like a Phoebe Bridgers concert or something? I don't know.
Getting me into
Ma,
a
you're not
nursery.
listening. Ma.
You think you're so high and mighty, don't you? With your fancy dye. Oh my God!
You've come back for help.
Oh, she's part of that generation that grew up during the Depression. Depression to her was a trip to Six Flags.
There's that D word again.
When you think about the era, this coming out in like the late 90s, like a masculine character needing therapy ahead of his time.
My dad was tough. He ran his own crew. My mother wore him down to a little nub. Not getting any satisfaction from my work either.
Why?
Well, because of Rico.
Is he your brother?
Oh, the Rico statutes.
Oh, of course,
You know,
right.
you read the papers?
But I thought you were just in waste management. I thought
Yeah, why do
that's
you care
what we
about
were
Rico?
talking about.
Do you have any qualms about how you actually make a living? With today's pharmacology, no one needs to suffer with feelings of exhaustion and depression.
Here comes the Prozac.
What do you mean Mahaffey doesn't have the money?
Mahaffey does not have the money.
How could he not have the money?
The man does not have the money.
We ran the man over with the car, T himself.
I hear the junior wants to whack Pussy Bumpensiero.
Pussy Malanga.
Oh, little
Yeah, little. You think he's gonna big my pussy?
Your friend Artie with the restaurant. Get him out of town for 3 weeks. That way the restaurant closes. The hit has to go down someplace else.
You old f***ing Jew. Kept you around so long. These HMOs, they pay out millions of dollars every day to doctors, hospitals, whatever the f***. That MRI had $2,000 a pop. He either has his company start paying out phony claims to fake
drive into New York Plaza Hotel for tea under Eloise's portrait.
Where's yours?
I have too much homework. I felt it was dumb since I was 8.
And here I thought this was something we would do long after you got married. Meadow, you can't just lie and cheat and break the rules you don't like.
Really? Because Dad does.
SS Saga Forward, 11th through the 29th. Pair of tickets. I can't use them. As manager for the Kitchen and Restaurant Workers Union, I administer the dental plan. They awarded me these tickets. Thank you. All right.
Mr. Soprano, I accept a gift like that from Tony Soprano. No way.
Listen to me, Charmaine. If I gotta stick my hand up the ass of one more lobster without taking a break, I'm gonna go postal.
Arthur, I don't even want to talk about it anymore, please.
But the tickets were comps.
Arthur, please, grow up. Does the mind not rebel in any possible scenario under which dentist is sending the Don of New Jersey first class on a Norwegian steamship? Come on, Arthur. Somebody donated their kneecaps for those tickets.
There's no way to subvert claims for MRIs that never happened?
Your debt and the feelings surrounding it is the source of all your problems. You know it and I know it.
I'm sorry I have...
All of their deliveries are so weird. They sound ADR. Oh, they probably are ADR'd.
Because they're outside.
Thanks, but no. Let's try it.
You all right? I can't. This is unacceptable. I had an 8 o'clock reservation I made 2 weeks ago.
This way.
And he just walks in and there's a table available.
Those decorator tips you gave me, they really work. How you doing?
Decorating tips. Yeah, right.
Niels, shut the up.
Mr. Borglin, setting up your table right now.
Whoa. Something I gotta confess. What are you doing?
Getting my wine in position to throw in your damn face.
I'm on Prozac.
Oh my God.
I've been seeing a therapist.
Oh, I think that's so gutsy.
You're the only person who knows, planet, that I'm completely and totally honest with.
Oh, please.
The wrong person finds out about this and I get a steel jacketed antidepressant right in the back of the head.
You told him about your father, right?
Who?
Your therapist? But your mother is the one.
Great-grandfather and his brother Frank. They built this place. They didn't design it, but they knew how to build it. So I feel good. Don't know if I'm gonna be needing to come back.
It's not the Prozac. You're thinking clearer, and your wife says you seem to be better? It's not the medication. Prozac takes several weeks to build up effective levels in the blood.
Well, what is it then?
Coming here, talking.
I had a dream last night. My belly button was a Phillips head screw, and I'm working on screwing it. My penis falls off. And this bird swoops down, grabs it in its beak, and flies off with it.
A water bird? What about ducks?
Duck.
Those goddamn ducks. I don't know, it was just a trip having those wild creatures come into my pool and have their little babies.
Family man.
You're right. That's the link. A connection. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my family.
Suppose people stop coming to the restaurant. You ever think of that? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
He's right about that. There's no insurance for that.
You know, a simple way to go, Chris, on the Triborough Towers contract would have been nice. That's it.
You're right. I have no defense. How I was parented, never supported.
No, my cousin Gregory's girlfriend is what they call a development girl out in Hollywood, right? She said I could sell my life story, make millions. I didn't do that. I stuck it out with you.
I'm gonna kill you. What are you gonna do, go Henry Hill on me now?
Maybe even play myself.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be a great idea. You should definitely do that.
Is that how your eyebrows are?
I was thinking that. I waxed my eyebrows yesterday. I don't... It sounds weird to say I waxed my eyebrows and thought about you. But every time I'm like...
My son stuck his hand in, made it 100 times more difficult for me. Plus, he thumbs his nose at New York. What are you gonna do? He's part of a whole generation. Something may have to be done, Livia.
That's what changed television.
I know I'm still supposed to hate you. I know I'm still supposed to hate you. Tonight is tense and we miss your phone calls at 3 a.m. things I knew.